Yeah.
Alright. Hello, I am high-functioning autistic and TPW superstar, Creepy Shaun Wallen, and I'm about to tell you some real fucked up shit about Morristown, Tennessee. Enjoy! If someone has the audacity to tell you that Morristown is a nice, safe place to raise your family and live in, then please show them this short compilation I made, which proves otherwise.
Have now been charged following an East Tennessee fatal shooting. The Morristown Police Department has charged 2 men in the April 30th shooting of Julio Toledo and attempted murder of his co-worker at the 5 Point Mobile Home Park. 19-year-old Jonathan Dutilio of Morristown has been charged with
This morning about a deadly shooting in Morristown. Yesterday, we told you police believe there were 2 separate shootings, one on Morningside Drive, another on McGee Avenue. Now police say both happened on Morningside Drive. Officials say an initial investigation found Luis Ganoa and H.J. Roberts were shot at Morningside Drive. Police say breaking news right now. A 17-year-old is in custody after police say he shot another 17-year-old. Morristown police say the shooting happened just after 3 o'clock this afternoon. We just got off the phone with the deputy chief moments ago, and she says this happened across the street from Morristown West High School at an apartment complex on Sulphur Springs Road. Investigators believe, though, that neither of those teenagers is a student in Hamlin County schools. Police say there is no active.
A crime alert I want to get you up to date on tonight out of Morristown. Police there searching for a suspect in connection with a deadly shooting over the weekend. They are looking for any information right now about the suspect or suspects. They're also asking if anyone has seen a stolen vehicle connected to this case. It's a white 2005 Pontiac Vibe. It was stolen in Hamlin County late Friday night and then found abandoned after the shooting. Surveillance video caught the photo of the car and a person walking near the Sunoco gas station.
North Carolina man has been charged with second-degree murder in the killing of a man in Morristown. It happened yesterday at the Econo Lodge in West Morristown. Police responded around 6 p.m. When they arrived, they found 42-year-old Thomas Frederick Taylor Jr. dead. 38-year-old Jacob Marzullo is charged in the crime. Investigators say Marzullo confronted Taylor about stealing his property and a fight broke out. Marzullo is in the Hamlin County Jail without bond.
6 isolation cells. We've had as many as 35 people in those 6 cells.
Deputies say that Hamlin County Jail is so crowded, it is dangerous.
The sheriff's office says there are 127 women on the jail's inmate roster, but only 68 beds available. For the men, the jail only has 187 beds, but over 330 inmates. And it's been more than 10 years since the county added new beds.
The sheriff's office says most of the inmates are accused of drug-related crimes. 10 News reporter Cole Sullivan went into the jail today and shows us how having that many prisoners can be dangerous for deputies.
When you enter the cell block, there's hardly even a place to stand. There are mats for inmates on every flat surface. The room I was in had 75 prisoners when it was only designed for half that.
It's terrible.
Inmates on the floor, in the hallway, making it dangerous for jailers.
Put stress on the deputies.
The Hamlin County Jail is beyond full. It's overflowing.
We've got 6 isolation cells. We've had as many as 35 people in those 6 cells.
Chief Deputy Wayne Mize says most of the inmates are accused of drug-related crimes, but no matter how they ended up here, it's the jailer's job to keep them.
We probably provide more meals in Hamlin County kitchen than any restaurant in town.
The overcrowding also leads to conflict.
Well, we have numerous fights.
Because the jail is so full, some judges have been diverting prisoners to community service programs.
The only problem is some of those actually need to be in jail.
And having too many prisoners can be dangerous.
When you walk into a cell and you've got, or into a bay area and you've got 75 people, then you can have problems, serious problems.
They've already had serious injuries.
We've had some jailers that have been hurt so bad that they can no longer work here.
They say there's only one solution.
The only thing that we can do at this point is to have a brand new jail.
I spoke with the chair of the county commission here. They're the ones that control the money to build the new jail. He says they haven't decided on a price or design yet, but it's likely to cost around $30 million. Deputies say it's a must-have. Back to you.
Cole Sullivan on the story. Thank you.
Here in Morristown, we have a jail that we want you to pay for, and then we want you to live in. We used to have a bowling alley, but it went out of business. So your choice is jail or visiting one of the 47 car washes we have here in town.
I want to see my mother! I want to see Kate! I want to see my mother! I want to get out of here!
Hello, I would like to give you some facts and history on Morristown, Tennessee. To begin Morristown's history, it was stolen from the Native Americans. Of course. But now I would like to cover some very notable people from Morristown, Tennessee. First, we're going to start off with Randy Lee May, who killed a little girl.
Well, in other news, everyone, a convicted murderer could soon be released from prison.
After decades behind bars, a Morristown man sitting down for his 7th parole hearing next week. Randy May, convicted in the 1980 murder of 16-year-old Mary Jones. He was also found guilty of savagely attacking a 15-year-old. Now, last month, we sat down with Jones's sisters, hearing about their fight for justice and their mission to keep May behind bars.
When we first saw her laying in the casket, you could tell that she had been scared to death.
Yes.
The look on her face was frozen on there.
We fight for her, and we will fight until we're done, until we're gone.
Well, new here at 5 o'clock today, WATE 6 on your side reporter Laura Hall sitting down today with one of those investigators who worked this case nearly 40 years ago.
Miss, I remember there was an open field.
Today, Hamlin County Sheriff Esco Jarnigan making the same walk to these woods he made 39 years ago.
This is the first time I've been back since that tragic day I came back here.
It's a murder case that rocked Hamlin County, and Sheriff Jarnigan worked the crime scene. He was a detective in 1980 with the Morristown Police Department.
I cannot shake that crime scene because I can remember Murray from the innocence of her little body that was lifeless, and I can remember her red hair. She had pretty red hair.
Investigators say Randy May pretended to be an officer and coaxed 16-year-old Mary Jones and 15-year-old Mitzi Sizemore into his car. May killed Mary.
Up next in our feature on famous people from Morristown is Nicky Sutton, who killed 3 people and threw his grandmother and another guy's bodies in the Nolichucky River, which is ironic because in Cherokee, Nolichucky means River of the Dead.
The first thing was just overwhelming grief.
Sutton was serving 3 life sentences for 3 murders when he stabbed and killed a fellow inmate over drugs. And
our third featured famous Morristown person is Jeremiah Lexor, who killed his entire family, himself, and approximately 30 other people. You may know his house as Frightmare Manor. This whole town is just an awful, evil place.
On this plantation in Talbot, Tennessee, where he was considered one of the founding fathers, and he lived with his son, daughter-in-law, wife, and 3 grandchildren. That on July 5th, 1902, Jeremiah murdered his entire family with an axe, and then from an upstairs window, he jumped to his death. Yes. So it's believed now that he had bipolar disorder and schizophrenia that was obviously at that time undiagnosed. But the crazy thing is, after he murdered his family with an axe and committed suicide, the police came and they found around 30 bodies. There's different reports saying different numbers, but around 30 people were found murdered in a pit.
Hey! A man is being fucked over by his local government in Lego City. Build the killdozer. Destroy the town hall. Get your revenge. The new Lego City killdozer.
Calling you out, creepy Shaun. I know you've been abusing your magic, you fucking monster. I know. And I see. Be prepared. I'm not gonna like what's coming. Fucking monster. Do you know what happens with monsters like you who abuse their magic? I'm gonna show you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome special music guest star, George Harrison. I said George Harrison. George? Georgie Poo?
Life for me. All my friends are pirates and the same the BBC. I got a jolly Roger, it's a black and white and fast. So get out of your skull and crossbones and I'll burn it up your mast. With your I got a jolly Roger, it's a black and white and fast. So get out of your skull and crossbones and burn it up your mast. All together.
Try to communicate this. Every one of you people that walk out on that street, you take your rights for granted. You walk up and down the highway and you park your cars and you live your life according to your checkbooks and your accounts and your banks and so on. And one little guy like me that don't read and write too well loses his rights down there in the basement. You really don't care about that. You don't care if I'm down in solitary confinement, or if I got my teeth knocked out, or whether I got burned up, or whether I'm whatever. You don't really care. All you care about is your own individual rights. But when you take my rights, it's just a matter of time so someone folds yours down, because they don't like you when you see the real, because they don't like the real to be seen. Because most people like to hide the real, because the real is always what gets hurt. The real is what we don't understand. The real is, the real is what we push under the baby. We put it over by the baby and leave it, The real is difficult. The real says this: surrender. Give it up. Every bit of it. I want it all. One world. That's the only way that we're going to survive. One world government, one money, one computer, one zoo, one prison, one person, one. If not, I'm going to sneak out on you. And when I sneak out, I'm just going to fucking kill and party until it's over. Because if you don't do it this way, there ain't no that. There ain't no two or nothing.
if you ever touch him again, I will freaking kill you. I'm gonna pull out a goddamn shotgun